Hello folks, this is Audiotron 1003 and today I'm doing something a little different with my channel. I watched a review of a Japanese ice candy, ice bar or ice lolly review video on TabiEats, which is a review channel I believe, and I stumbled upon this. This is an ice candy product called gari. It's famous in Japan, and specific people on YouTube have found these things and reviewed them as ice treats. My video is to show you the artwork and packaging of these products in a different light. I basically started collecting them several years ago when I went to Japan. And over the years I asked my friend to go over there when she went to visit her family and to pick up these wrappers and carefully open them, eat the contents of course, and then bring the packaging back to England for me to reconstruct. Now I have roughly about 50 of these things, and I've spread them out over my bed to give you an idea. So there's quite a lot of these. I think I've got roughly 50 different designs and packages. And what I've been doing is I've been reconstructing them to simulate actual bars. So there's nothing in this thing but cardboard, paper, and the actual stick. So there it is. And I've tried my best to match the colours of the paper with the original bars. Now this one by chance is a reproduction of a classic, I believe 80s version of a cola gari compared to the modern versions, which is that one. Now I don't have display space to collect them all as fully reconstructed bars like these, so what I've done is I've stopped reproducing them and I just keep the wrappers flat, but I still collect them primarily for the artwork and packaging. And over the years I've discovered there's two versions. There's a gari rich version which has all kinds of weird and wonderful textures and flavors. There's souffles, there's chocolate chips. There, for example, this one is chocolate with chocolate chip. We've got, if I go somewhere else, there's tiramisu, which is this one here. So there's all sorts of cake flavored type versions, and other such weird and wonderful things containing jelly and fizzy lemonade, which is a kind of a sweet or candy which melts in the mouth. So that's what these are. And then there's the normal fruit flavored ones, like for example we have kiwi over here. There's pineapple, grape, pear, and other such things. I think that one might be peach. So there's all sorts of flavors here, but three of them are very special. They're known as the Trilogy of Death because these are by Western standards very weird flavors to produce as an ice bar, and they're called the Trilogy of Death because the Japanese consumers were afraid of them because they didn't take to them very well. So we have the basically the spaghetti, the Neapolitan spaghetti, which was the first one. Then we had the corn soup, which is this one, and finally this one is potato soup. So imagine sort of eating a frozen spaghetti or a frozen corn soup or something like that. So there are some weird and wonderful flavours out there and textures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of scan my tablet over these and let you have a look at some of the artwork, and then maybe you'll understand why I've turned what is essentially rubbish into something a little more interesting. The main reason for me to collect these was primarily because of the colours and the graffiti style characteristics of the font and the character himself, which is Gari Gari Kun, which translates as Mr. Crunchy. The Gari Gari represents the phonetic sound of what happens when you actually bite into these things. So that's why it's called Gari Gari Kun. So there we have watermelon. Okay, so we have there strawberry, oh sorry, lychee. There's a kiwi. And usually with each of these flavours you get 3 variations in the packaging. So we have those, and they also did or do boxes which you can take home, smaller versions, a bit like a multi-pack of different flavours. So you have there orange and yogurt, so there's chocolate, and I think that one's chocolate with strawberry. So over here we have the rich flavours. These are ones I looked at the beginning of the video, and there we are. So I'll just quickly do an overview, then we can get an idea of them all together. So there you are. So thank you for watching. Bye.